afternoon, people. How are you? How are you doing this afternoon? Hola, hola. ¿Qué pasa to you? I um I decided to get on Al Gore's internet today because I had been, few of the gang members had been peeking over my show deer. They were peeking over my show deer as I, analyzed the charts and marked up my charts um for the past few days and just discussed what I anticipated in price section. And I jumped on here to say that the manipulation is real this week. The manipulation is real this week. The market will make a move, and you like, here we go, and then it'll go. Then the next day it'll make a move, and you like, here we go. Then yep. So what I decided to do is get on the internet of the owls. Let me put up my thumbnail. Get on the internet of the owls and talk about, do you know when to walk away? Do you know when things are not going your way? Or will you stay too long and get ran down? Do you know? Do you know when to look here, man? Look here, man. Do you know when to walk away? Let's go to the charts, shall we? All right. Now, not just the gang. Now, let me tell you where this is stemming from, right? Full transparency here. This is stemming from the fact that, if you're one of the gang members who had been peeking over my show deer as I marked up my charts and talked about what I wanted to see for the week, you know what my bias was, right? I was looking for a retracement back into a certain level, to try to get short off of, right? And yesterday, Monday, didn't get an opportunity to trade Monday. No, wait a minute. Did I trade Monday? I think I took a short in London. Yeah, I think I took a short in London on Monday. I can't remember. Time go by so fast. But anyway, I know yesterday, right? I did okay. I did okay in my evaluation accounts. And I took a nice spanking to my hindquarters in my PA accounts because I was like, hey, I know I'm about to get stopped out because I got in a tad bit early because I was like, hey, it's looking like it's fun to turn around. It's going good for me. So then I did rookie move number one, and I moved my stop to a place where I was sure the price was not coming. Put it way up above a high. It's not going to come up there. Right? Hit my The eval accounts, the ones that I got in with a better entry, you know, squeaked out just above break even because I had taken one loss and I squeaked out just above break even. Then my good old PA accounts took a shellacking, waxed me right on up, coated me good. So I said, hey, today it's a new day. You know, made a rookie mistake, moved my stop, went against the whole thing about good risk management. And then today, I was able to squeak out by the skin of my teeth. One of my accounts, I was able to squeak out. Nice little win. And one of them, I put myself on a regiment of how I'm gonna, you know, get this nice shellacking back, right? How I'm gonna, you know, fight my way out of what I did to my accounts yesterday. I made up a whole spreadsheet and all of that. And started out both of them. I was trading them both together. You know what I'm saying? I was using the trade copier in my eval accounts, and I was just mainly trading my PA accounts, right? And it started looking real good. I had two things I was looking at, and it played out perfectly. And then in one of them, the one that has like the least amount of shellacka to it, the over leverage monster came out. Over leverage monster jumped out, flipped over, said, hey, let me put on a ES contract and get it back quick since it's going the way I want it to go. Needless to say, it immediately stopped me out. And then, because I still had on the initial entry on the MES, I was able to get half of that immediate stop out back. So my eval account ended the day green. One of my PA accounts ended the day green, and the other PA account, well, I pulled out the over leverage monster, ended the day down, but got back half of what I lost. Got out of there. So that's why I said today is all about, do you know when to walk away? I buffered on that thing, so I'm gonna say it again. Do you know when to walk away? Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't know when to walk away, especially when it's looking so good. But that's the thing of it is, when that manual manipulation is there, that manual manipulation, if you've never heard of my friend Manuel, mira, Manuel, come here, my friend. Everybody, this is Manuel. Can't see him, but he's there, trust me. Manuel, say hello to the people. Buenos dias. Thank you, Manuel. Manuel, you can't see him, but he's always there. He's a naughty little bugger, that Manuel. So, looking at price. I know in my head, but still don't. So, let's go to price. Y'all remember, you know, I've said it before, but for the gang members that was peeking over my show deer, right? On the monthly chart, we had talked about you ain't get your notification. It might pop up. It sometimes be taking a minute to get the notifications. I put it up and I jump right on. Sometimes it take like a few minutes for the notifications to go out. That's why I usually try to do it like an hour or so before I get on. But if I get on right immediately, like the notifications take a little while to come out sometimes. So I'm glad you said that because I ain't have my chart up. So on the monthly chart, we talked about, God dog it. Did I restart my computer? Hold on while I get my fancy dancy back up, man. I must have restarted my computer because my fancy dancy is not dancy and fancy. I don't know. Every time I restart my computer, it like resets the cursor highlight. Every time I restart my computer, the cursor highlight, I got to like turn it back on. Okay. So on the monthly chart, we had said the monthly was in a bullish trend. We anticipated it to pull back into this imbalance right here. All right. We had come out, take out the monthly highs, right? Had an imbalance down here, pulled back into that imbalance. We anticipated it to pull back into that imbalance and then continue up on the monthly time frame, right? We also stated that for this bullishness to really on the monthly to really look good, we did not want to see the August monthly candle close below consequent encroachment of this imbalance, right? So then on the weekly, so that's playing out to perfection, right? On the weekly, right? On the weekly, we had stated we had pulled back into a weekly breaker right here. We pulled back into the weekly breaker. So we were anticipating some type of retracement up, right? Some type of retracement up. And we want to get a retracement up and then come back down to get into this imbalance here and this low, right? Well, the monthly, between the monthly bullishness and the manipulation, the weekly has totally said, forget you, punk. Are we, do we still eat? It's only Wednesday, right? We have a slight imbalance up here on the weekly, which is in the premium. So it can very well still, retrace back up, which it did, get into a premium, right? And still, will it come all the way back down, take out this low? I don't on the last day of August tomorrow. I don't see them letting August like die off like that. I don't. The manipulation has been real, so I think it's going to continue. I think August is going to end on a pretty good note. It may. I don't think it's going to end. It may not end positive by taking out this high, but I don't see it dying off down here tomorrow and getting back down below this consequent encroachment of this fair value gap. Thinking the bullishness will still ensued by closing above this consequent encroachment. We're very high. We got one more day in August. So I'm thinking we're going to stay up there. And then maybe September have like a slight pullback into this wick and then proceed up, maybe, or we could just choppity chop slop until October. But the weekly has not broken bullish. The weekly is still, in that retrace. Let's see exactly where we are as far as OTE is concerned. For all of my OTE traders, OTE stand up. We have come to a 62% OTE retracement on the weekly. The weekly is still not bullish yet. We're still in that retrace that we wanted to see. We want to see some retrace. I can admit I got a little overzealous here above the 50% because I just was uber bearish. The weekly was bearish with this last week's candle. The daily showed that it was going to take out high real quick and dump off. And I was just uber bearish, just jumping at the bit for anything that looked like a good short. Got my head toe up to the white meat. I'm glad I was able to squeak out with some green. Glad I was able to squeak out with some green. Whew. Boy. And today, if sticking to the script ever made your duty hole pucker, it was today. Remember when I told y'all about the positions that got me back, that got me on one of my PA accounts green, and one of them got back half of that over leverage loss that I had lost, and on my eval accounts got me green. I came one tick away from being stopped out. One tick away from being stopped out. I wasn't back here watching it because I couldn't take it. I could not sit here and watch it. Especially after yesterday. The brutality of yesterday. I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit here and watch it, man. I couldn't do it. I was gonna jump in. I had already jumped in and played the over leverage game in one of my PA accounts. If it was an eval account, I wouldn't care, but it was a PA account, and I'm jumping in with over leverage, all because of yesterday. So I got up. I went up and started watching this trash movie again. I just sat out there and watched the movie, and then I got a notification that everything was in the safe zone. Everything was in the safe zone. So I came in and I moved all the stops to one tick below break even. And then let the ATM do the rest. I hit targets. When targets got hit, trailing ATM trailing loss kicked in, trailing stop loss kicked in, and all was well. But if I would have sat here, that's why today's topic is, hey, get out of my way. I clicked on the wrong button. That's why today's topic is, do you know when to walk away? Do you know when not to go outside and play? You might get hit by a stray. Do you know? Manuel, you got anything you want to say to the people?
No, man.
Okay, then. I don't know if Manuel Hispanic or Jamaican or Australian. I don't know what Manuel is. I can't see him. I just hear him talk sometimes. Manuel was rampant. Okay. On the daily. So the monthly, it's working out as expected. Bullish trend on the monthly came back to a nice pullback. Let's look at the chart while I'm talking about it again. I can't remember what I said, so I'm going. If I said this already, I'm sorry. You don't like me repeating myself? Goodbye. Okay, so came back to bullish fair value gap, bullish trend. Want to see a retracement back into the bullish fair value gap. If it's if it's exceedingly bullish, we want to see it reject heavily off of consequent encroachment, which it did. For the bullishness to stay intact, we really want to see the monthly candle close above this consequent encroachment, which look like it's going to do. We got one more day in August. Doubt if we sell off of that much tomorrow. Anything can happen, but I doubt that we do. Manuel has been running rampant, so he probably will continue to do what he does best. So on the weekly is still in a bearish retracement, right? We came down, took out a low, rejected the low, right? And now we're coming back in, seeking an imbalance inside here, right? So we took out sell side, rejected it, external sell side, and then now we're going back. There's a weekly SIBI right there resting. The look like the consequent encroachment is right around this point 0.7 OTE retracement on the weekly. So the weekly is still in a bearish retracement. Will the bullishness of the monthly just overpower this weekly retracement? Or will the weekly retracement still keep talking on the mic, talking on the mic, right? Will we hit this weekly imbalance and then come down? Or will we hit this weekly imbalance, come down a little bit, and then take off in September? Come down. Let's see what, if we don't go any lower, of this point right now, between today and tomorrow, right? Let's just say this low right here, where we are now on this weekly candle. Let's say that low is the lowest low that we make, right? That's square encroachment of that weekly. No, that's the monthly of this monthly candle, right? We don't go any lower than that right there to close right there. Just say we close up a little higher, or maybe slightly lower tomorrow, right? Roughly right around that's consequent encroachment, right? So then the weekly, right? The weekly could come all the way back down here, right? Next week or so, never take out that low, and then springboard back up. Hit that weekly fair value gap, come all the way back down here, give a nice little retracement, and then take off for the month, for the monthly bullishness to continue. Right? Always look at both sides of the story. Now, let's go down to the daily. 1 day. Right? This right here is the reason why I said, you know what? Ichabod Crane, the daily chart is the reason why I said, you know what? For the rest of the week, I shall trade with no bias at all, because the daily chart has had a bullish break in market structure. The daily chart has had a bullish break in market structure. Does that mean anything? It may not. For the note takers, let's take notes together. Let's take notes together. Right? We're going to say bias. We're going to say monthly equals bullish. Right? And we already said why. Right? Bullish trend, right? And anticipated retracement back, and then we're rejecting offers. So the monthly is still bullish, right? Major weekly. Uno week. Major weekly, right? Major weekly is still bearish, and has a bearish retracement going on right now, but it's still bearish. It has not broken bullish. Why do I say that? Right? This is for the short term, right? This is for the short term, because we came from here, right? Matter of fact, if you come from here, right, this is when we took off from this small little area of consolidation right here. You can use either one of these, this low or this low, because this low leaves this area of balanced price range right here, and this low leaves this little small area of a balanced price range right there. So we have a bearish breaking market structure, either low that you use, because this low right here came up, took out highs, right? Because we came up here, took out highs right there, pushed above that high again, right? Pushed above that high again. So both of these lows took out buy side liquidity. Then we came down and broke both of them. This one here, we got a closure below it. This one here, we did not get a closure below it. But either way, it's a bearish breaking market structure. And now we're in a bearish retracement headed back toward the only imbalance between here and there. So until we come back up and break this high, right? The market, the weekly short-term bias is bearish, because this is the high that null makes the bearishness null and void, right? Because we can get all the way up here to this rejection block, right? All the way up here to this rejection block. And there's a weekly new week opening gap up there, right? You can get all the way up here to this rejection block, right? So you got this imbalance and then the rejection block. So the weekly is bearish. Weekly is bearish, right? Measure daily. Measure daily. One day. Una dia. Una dia. Did I say that right, Mendez? I mean, Valdez. Did I say that right? Una dia. One day. The one day has just had a bullish breaking market structure right there. We talked about it. We had a consolidation right here and we left it, right? Hence, balanced price range, right? Consolidation, then we left it with displacement, right? When we got here on today, when we broke that high right there, that is a bullish breaking market structure. So now the daily is bullish. The daily is bullish. Uh-oh, come here. Come here. Right? So now, un día. Un día. What I said before, un día. So from this day forward, this week, if Lil Timmy Rogers take any trades, right? Like I say, I was sharing most of my thought process for some of the gang members that was peeking over my shoulder, but I decided to jump on Al Gore's internet with the public and share these thoughts, mainly because I want to tell y'all how I was being a straight degenerate yesterday and today, because hey, I was trying to force my will on the market, man. Trying to force my will on the market. And because I'm a halfway decent trader, I got kind of lucky and squeaked out green, and the majority of my account, except for one account, was red. I can live with that. But yeah. So now the daily is bullish, the weekly still in the bearish retracement, and the monthly still bullish. Tomorrow's the last day of August, and then Friday is the last day before the holiday. So my expectations for the market are very low right now. Very low. Manuel has been running rampant Monday, Tuesday, and now Wednesday. Manuel has been running rampant. We have had a bullish breaking market structure right there, right? Bullish breaking market structure, and we're about to leave a daily bullish fair value gap. So the daily is looking really bullish, right? The daily is looking really bullish, right? We're about to have a daily fair value gap unless we die off in the next 30 minutes and just poot all the way down here, which I don't see us doing. But the daily is looking very bullish, right? Um, like I said, we still got tomorrow and Friday where, you know, Manuel may come in and continue to push us up, or Manuel may say, "Hey man, hey, I've came and take out buy side. Now I want to have displacement to the downside. Hey Manuel, what you gonna do?" He ain't talking right now. I think he left. Right. So I'm trading with no bias for the rest of the week. Why? Because I think I've learned when to walk away. Today, since I got by, can y'all see the skin on my teeth? Can y'all see the skin on my teeth? Can you see the skin? I got with the skin on my teeth. Can you see the skin on my teeth? I got by the skin of my teeth. So I say, you know what? I know this market very well. The market don't love. You don't love them hoes. The market don't love you, man. So now, am I going to be hands off? I don't. But it has to be so overwhelmingly obvious for me to take a trade. It has to be so overwhelmingly obvious for me to take a trade. Let's see what's on the calendar. Tomorrow, job numbers. Looky. Who stole the cookie? What do we have here? We got PCE tomorrow, and then Friday. What do we have here? Is that non-farm? That's non-farm. Manuel has been running rampant. Manuel has been running rampant. That melodious moment was brought to you by Tim Calls Me Robinson. So, be careful, man. Do you know when to walk away? Do you know when to walk away? Or will you be a fool and overextend your stay and then catch a stray? Do you know? I think that's all I got, man. Remember, the monthly responding in a very bullish nature, as we spoke of before. The weekly is still in a bearish retracement. We have just gotten to a 62% retracement on the weekly, right? 62% retracement on the weekly. The daily has broken bullish, right? The daily has broken bullish, right? We disrespected this propulsion block right here. Now we're up here right around mean threshold of this order block, and but we've made a bullish break in market structure after totally disrespecting this propulsion block right here. Tim, what is a propulsion block? Can you tell me what a propulsion block is? It's a freaking order block that trades into another order block. Go back and read the core content. Go look at the videos. But seriously, for those who was probably sitting there saying, I'm not going to ask Tim what a propulsion block is because I don't want him fussing at me. Get everything off my screen. Because I know someone is thinking it. I can hear somebody thinking it. Who in here? I can already hear E-Rock asking herself right now. Should I ask Tim what a propulsion block is? I see E-Rock. I can see you thinking it. I see the bubbles on your icon right there. The little typing bubbles. You're typing it right now. A propulsion block, right? Very, very simply, right? Very, very simply, right? Oh, you say you know what it is. Okay, what is it? Explain. E-Rock says she know what it is. E-Rock volunteered to type what a propulsion block is in the chat. Let's go. Yeah, everybody give it up for E-Rock. E-Rock is about to type out what a propulsion block is in the chat. Everybody give it up to E-Rock. Where's my water? I didn't bring my water back here. I can't take a sip of high quality H2O. While we wait for E-Rock to type out what a propulsion block is in the chat, who's look at Felicia talk about OTE. Does anyone have anything for me? Let me go through the chat and see if anybody said anything. What's up, KC? Did I speak to everybody? Let's go to the top. What's up, Rhonda? What's up, Pamela? Get off the screen, Rhonda. What's up, Pamela? What's up, Trader Mo? Hola, Valdez. Hola. What's up, Felicia? What's going on here to learn and share? What's going on, Mendez? What's going on, KC? What's up, Taryn? How you doing? What's up, E-Rock? Tiffany, how you doing? What's up, Laverne? I said E-Rock. What's up, Vo? My brother. What's up, Thomas? Who else? Who else? Okay. Hello, hi everybody. My name is E-Rock. Yes, a propulsion block. It is an order block that trades into another order block, but does not close below mean threshold of the first order block. That's a propulsion block. Very good, E-Rock. Very good. As E-Rock said, right? We have an order block right here, right? We have mean threshold of that order block right there, right? We have another up close candle trade into this order block right here, and then we have heavy displacement away, right? So we come down. First of all, we came down to an area of anticipated support. Price came down to an area of anticipated support. We had a shift in sentiment, right? Then we had displacement and broke the open of that, creating this Horter block, right? Making that, qualifying that as a Horter block, right? Once that qualified as a Horter block, right? We came back up into that Horter block, which is an area of, well, we came down to an area of support here. If I said resistance, I'm sorry. Came down to an area of anticipated support, shift in sentiment, displacement, qualified this as a Horter block when we traded past the opening price right there, right? Then we came back up into that Horter block, which is anticipated area of resistance. And then we had heavy displacement away, if you will. That qualified this candle right here as a propulsion candle or propulsion block. Why is it a propulsion candle? Because it propulsified the price away from it. And when we came back up into it, we did not make it even to the mean. We came exactly to the mean threshold, right? If you just count the body, we came nowhere near the mean threshold. But if you count the entire wick, we barely touched the mean threshold. And then we rejectified off of that propulsion block. And then once we came back down, we failed to take out the low that we had. We came and took that low, rejected off of it, rejected off the propulsion block. Right. Then we came back down, failed to take out Zello, and then Manuel went crazy. And we had a bullish break in market structure. So that's why I say we disrespected the propulsion block. Got a bullish break in market structure. Right. So now we have taken out a high, disrespected the propulsion block, and are very close to closing above the mean threshold of the original order block. If we do so, that would be 1, 2, 3. 3. Technically, it's already 3 because technically, this is a mitigation blocker right here. Come down there, come near, drop off. Right. This actually, yes, this low did not break that high, drop below it. Right now, we've come back through a high, a mitigation block, a propulsion block. So that's 3 PD arrays working on 4 that we have disrespected to the upside. You know, Michael teaches once you go through 3 PD arrays, I can let the mic go now. Once you go through 3 PD arrays, you're probably on the wrong side. You're probably on the wrong side. Everybody clap it up for E-Rock for coming through with the hard hitting answer on what a propulsion block is. That's all I got, man. Just want to share that with you all. And I want to let y'all know you need to know yourself and you need to understand when to walk away. I am so thankful that I got away by the hair of my chinny chin chin today. All I can do is say thank you. Because the market, he don't love them, huh? The market don't care nothing about you. And if I would have still been in there trying to hold on to them shorts, let's see if I would have been all bust upside the head. Yep. I would be all bust upside the head right now. Because I got out right here at the midnight. The midnight right there. That was when price ducked below that midnight. That was like, hey, get gone. Don't try to get no more. Don't try to get nothing else. Get gone. Right there. Yep. Yep. And then look, ooh, look what it did after it did. Look what it did after it did that. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that. This is the candle right here. This candle right here is the one that came one tick. The high of this candle right here is 45.30.75. My stop loss was sitting at 45.31. One tick away from my stop loss. One tick away. And I know you might be looking like, golly, Tim, why you got to come that big? I was trading micros. Yes, I got my head bust trading minis, but I was trading micros. I have a whole little spreadsheet on how I'm going to walk myself back out of the brutality that I applied to myself yesterday. And with the micros, I got it set trading 2 micros. I'm shooting for 20 points. Once the first contract gets 10 3/4 points, I take off one contract and I lock in 10 points with the second contract. So if it come back against me, I'm getting stopped out at 10 points. I'm getting at least 10 points out of the move if I don't get the full 20. That's how I got the ATM set up. So I need a range to be getting in because I'm shooting for 20. So that means I'm going to have to take less trades, but I'm shooting for 20. And what that will help me do is help me with my patience. So just imagine, once I get good at taking these 20-point trades, and then when I want to start trading the ES in my PA accounts, for real, Anyway, what's up, Divadio? What's happening, man? That's all I got. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. My lunch is wearing off. I don't know why. I had a hot dog and some tater tots, but my lunch is wearing off. I am getting hungry. You know what I just thought about? How is it so many people on here during the workday? Y'all must be off today. Today showed me why ICT says don't trade after Wednesday AM of non-farm payroll week. Hey, Manuel, E-Rock said, thanks for stopping by. Say you came by her house too. You said what? Oh, E-Rock, he said he ain't even make it to your house yet. That was one of his little homeboys. He said, wait till he come to your house. You'll know when he get there. Yes, I had to learn the hard way. We all learned the hard way. How you? Hey, I thought that y'all had bad weather down there from that hurricane. Y'all ain't got that bad weather no more. Y'all ain't got that bad weather no more. Long. I'm in a hurricane one, so I'm all. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the hurricane was I talked to Troy today, and he said it was a lot of rain and stuff over there on the west side of Florida. He said it was a lot of rain and wind. Oh, it's raining now. Be safe out there, man. Be safe out there. Make sure you see if it's a silver Cadillac car parked in the parking lot. Hey man, I saw somebody share something on Twitter. It was like a screenshot from a Uber, DoorDash. It was a DoorDash delivery, and the person was like, you can leave it at the door, you can keep the candy, you can throw it away, I don't care, but just could you make sure to check to see if it's a silver Cadillac parked in the parking lot when you drop it off. Oh, you about to get off? Have you been doing your homework? No, going back looking for them fair value gaps. Have you been Yes, please stay safe in the affected areas. I was reaching out, checking on all my people in the affected areas. My sister and my brother was on extra text time today, so I know they was good. My nephew made it home safe yesterday. He had no delays with his flight, leaving his daddy house, going back to his mama house. So all is well. All is well. All my partner in Cali reached out to me. He was like, "Hey man, how y'all doing? Y'all good over there?" And I was like, "Yeah, all my family good." You know, you getting old when laying down is fun. I'll be happy. Yes, sir. I be so happy when I be laying down. So I just sent me a text say, you know, you get old when laying down be fun. Anyway, you was on your 4 what? Oh, that's it, man. Master, that's it. Master them fair value guys. I want you to be able to look at, like, you know, when I look at the chart and I be like, I see 3 on right there, and you be like, man, that's because you been doing that. When you look at the chart, I just wanted to jump out. That's what you want. That's why I be telling you, just go back every day. It get redundant, it get boring. Just, you know what I'm saying, just go back and just look for it every day so that it just stand out. You want to stand, just like how when you be driving around, you know what I'm saying, and we be doing all that stuff we ain't supposed to do while we driving because we've been driving so long. when you look at the chart, I want you to be able to see the PD rays just like that. Just like when you look at that chart and you don't have to think, you automatically know it's green and red candles on that chart because you've been seeing green and red for so many years. You automatically know it's green and red, right? When you look at the chart, I want you to just be like fair value gap. I just want you to see it, fair value gap. I just want you to see it. You know what I'm saying? Without having to say, I just want you to be a fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to be able to fair value gap. Just see it quick. Just see it quick without saying like, do that. Is it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? They go 1, 1, 2, 1. They go 1. Nah, just want you to see it. Just want you to boop, look immediately. And then once you know what I'm saying? While you're doing that, then once you start getting comfortable with that, then we'll start adding in, you know what I'm saying, like swing lows and swing highs, or adding in like other, like, you know, we'll say the order blocks and the breakers to later, but start adding in like the more predominant ones that you really need to be able to trade with. And then we'll, you know, move into runs on liquidity and stuff like that. Got to count now. We all start out having to count. We be like 1, 2, 3, don't share price, boom. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, don't share price, boom. We all start out like that, but then we get to the point where you be like, okay, fair value gap there. Okay, yeah, okay, order block there. You just kind of see them. Be like, breaker there. You just see, it's like you can see it, you know, and then you start anticipating stuff then, because you be like, you start looking at, you be like, okay, we came down here, we came here this low, pushed up, and did we take it? Oh, we took out that high right there. So if we took out that high, if we traded back down below that low, this right here gonna be a breaker. You start anticipating what it is, you know what I'm saying? Be like, if we get down past this order block right here, this gonna become a breaker because that high took out that high. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Anyway, what's up? In the building, y'all. And with that, I'm going to call it for real this time because I'm thirsty and I did not bring my water back here. What in the haberdashery and hemoglobin is going on there? For some reason, I just got a hankering for a sip of Southern Comfort for some reason. I don't know why, but I just got a hankering for a sip of Southern Comfort. Hey, man. Hey, y'all. My bad. I ended the live. I mean, I put my computer to sleep, so I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I'm about to go ahead and turn it off because I actually hit the wrong button and put my computer to sleep. But y'all be safe out here in these trading streets, man. I'm gone.